Hello, hey, somebody help me. No, I paid money for this with my change. What are you asking? Not change, actually. My card. Is fine. It's really windy as fuck. This is messy. Look, these Oreos are not connected. It's windy. It's mini Oreos. It's windy. It'll get good. I just got get this documentation that I need, and then we can finish the application for our housing. And dyed my hair a different color. It's hot and I forgot to check the weather. No, it's not. It's for both of us. What do you mean? I'm on the thing. Housing is for me and my mom. We're both on there. Well, I'm not finishing it in 1 hour. So no, it's from Didi's. Well,
One of these
we'll
lunches
get
has a
put on the
peanut
wait
butter
list once we
steak.
finish
The
the
other butter you have,
application.
but accidents can still happen.
What is it?
Xolair is an
We
FDA.
need that
Taken
other
once or twice a
documentation
month,
we
it
don't
focuses
have,
on the source of food allergy
which we're getting. We
reactions.
have
For adults and children
an
as young as
appointment for
1,
that.
Xolair is effective in
So
reducing allergic reactions
once
to a
we get
single
that,
or
everything will
multiple
be
foods.
rolling. Why are you talking about my brother? You act like I defended him. Who said I defended him? Did I say I defended my brother? I said what he told you on Station Head, so I don't know why you guys literally say, what about your brother? What about my brother? I've already talked about that. Why did you act like I did? No, I didn't. It's on video. My live streams are recorded. I never defended him. Let's be honest. You're literally defending an abuser as well because, not to be honest, to tell the truth, they were going to court because she assaulted him in a parking lot and a Whole Foods worker caught her assaulting him. So let's be honest. There was no reason for her to hit him. She just wanted a reason to hit my brother also. So are we going to sit here and condone women hitting men as well? Because that's weird. She's a violent person, my brother's ex, and she threatens people. Like, she would threaten me all the time that she wanted to jump me. Even when my brother was alive, she threatened me all the time and would say, I'm going to jump her. I'm going to fight her. Why do you want to fight me for? I got nothing to do with you. You're just mad because, and then you want to cry and say people are recognizing you at your job, but you're the one who put yourself on the internet. And then you want to complain about that. That's not my problem. No one asked you to jump on the internet and start saying stuff and then you get recognized. Like, weird. Why are we even bringing up this? And I don't know. I think she might have mentioned something because she did say, someone did put in the comments that broke into her hotel. I don't know if she's telling people that, but he didn't break into her hotel. Like, she stayed next, like, room over from us. We stayed in the same motel. My mom kept trying to tell me, she was like, stays here, right? And I didn't believe her. I was like, no, because thought she was living with her mom. I was like, you're lying. How could someone break in if you're letting them in? And he stayed over there more than he did our room. So I don't know why you're online lying to people, because that is weird that someone said that under that video about that guy that hit his girlfriend. What does that have to do with him? Like, what proof does she have? She doesn't have any proof except out of her mouth. And it's always believe women, right? Which I say don't believe women. But what you guys are saying is believe someone even though they just say it. They don't have no proof. That's what causes people to get in trouble. Men lose their whole entire lives over word of mouth. And then there was one girl, because you remember that football player that was literally in high school and he had all these things lined up to play football in college, and this girl lied on him. And for the longest time, he was trying to get her to she lied, and then when she did come out and say that she lied, his whole life was thrown away. He lost the scholarships to college. He lost everything because of this girl. And it's just so crazy to me that people think that it's okay for women to just say whatever. Because there's this guy that got punched. I posted in my story, this guy literally got punched for no reason because this lady tried to say that he was stealing her stuff when it was his bag. And the lady had the nerve to say, oh, I got confused because it looked like my bags. Oh, you got confused, but you had another guy punch this guy in the mouth and try to like his bags from him and give them to you so you could steal his bags on a subway. And you use the fact that you were a white woman, you weaponize the fact that you were a white woman who sat here, right? Or not even sat there, stood there and was crying white tears, trying to make it seem like he was stealing your stuff. And this dude straight punched him in the mouth. The guy that punched him in the mouth should have went to jail because that's assault. You shouldn't be punching nobody until you hear the whole story. that it could have been serious that quick. That guy could have lost his life because you got confused and thought those were your bags. No, that's a poor excuse. You should have to pay restitution. I believe she should have to pay emotional damage and suffering because that guy got punched in the mouth for no reason because you wanted to cry your white little tears. I don't understand like people can come on the internet and just say whatever they want and people believes it. It's just so weird to me. You're believing someone that literally got fired from APS for touching students. I don't know of anyone who would be defending someone like that. And you can look up her stuff. Like she has mugshots. Like she was being investigated by the police. Like I don't know what to tell you. The school was investigating her. She worked at the same school she graduated at, calling her disabled students the R word and working with disabled students and giving them the green. Like she was hugging them and giving them the leafy green. Like we doing. And then you act like she didn't do that. Like you're literally just trying to offend someone. Like, you don't know her in real life like I know her. She's made threats. She's made my family's life a living hell. She lied and told my brother she was having a baby when she wasn't. I don't know why you guys keep bringing her up. Like, I really don't care. Leave her where she's at. And you're going to talk about predators when her whole fiance is legit a predator and she's just with him for a place to live. She told my brother that he was talking to underage girls. She had proof. She showed and sent him proof. And then wants to act like she's all in love with him. She was not in love with that fiance if she's still with him because she's just with him for a place to live. Imagine that. If I found that out, I wouldn't be with someone. I would leave them. Like, I would be like, no, you need to get your stuff and go. Like, it's insane. It's always like predators until it's someone that you literally want to defend, and then when you defend them it's like, oh well, we don't care enough. Well, then it's hypocritical. You can't be talking about that if you're defending someone who is a whole predator. She got caught not once but twice talking to minors in the Discord, and it's right here on this tab. Someone sent me this stuff. This is not jokes. And to say, oh well, I was not talking to minors. This is so crazy to bring up old group chats with adults in it. And then what? You're trying to blame solely me? I didn't say anything inappropriate in any chats, nor did I talk that way. She did, talking about her private area to minors. This is insane. It's always stick up for the victims until it's someone that you like, then all of a sudden it's just like, and then you don't want to. This is stuff that my ex did. This is not things that everyone should be defending her on. Literally over there talking about when Space Kenneth said she was going to send her money. You sent her $20 to lay in a bed and not pay any bills under my apartment. What kind of a person does that? Literally, I hate Space Kitten to my core, really do. Because the fact that you acted like she was doing something while I was going live every day, while I was trying to make a stable living, while she was laying next door because she was in my brother's room, which is not that far from the living room, and had no job. And you gave her $20 because you said she does more than me. When she would quit her jobs and she wasn't even paying rent, living under my roof. I would love to live, if I had a mother-in-law or something like that. Imagine living under your mother-in-law's roof and not paying no rent. And my dad told them they didn't have to pay so they can save for a place. They was not saving for a place. They was going to the casino. They was going out to eat. They was having fun, living their life without no care. You have responsibilities, right? You had to get yourself a place. I even told my dad one time, I said, well, I'm going to work. I said, I'm going to move out on my own. And he was like, no. He tried to make some excuse. My dad never, I don't know. It was one of those things where you really can't say no, but then again, these are things that are just crazy to me that you would just believe. That girl will tell you anything and you just believe it. Her parents didn't even trust her to be in the house by herself. I shouldn't have to keep talking about this and defending myself. These things are crazy. Proof? Who do you think took that picture of my brother sleeping in that bed? That one where she tried to make it look like the bed was dirty. Who do you think took that picture? Who do you think was laying in that bed? It wasn't dirty for her when she was laying in it. Let's make that clear. My mom didn't take that picture. My dad didn't take that picture. Angie took that picture. Hello? I don't go in there and take pictures in his room. I don't even go into his room unless he tells me to. Let's not lie. We know she took that photo. We know that photo's out there because of her. I'm not dumb. She's the one who lived under my roof. We went to put her on the lease. My old apartment could tell you she was not allowed to be there. Let's not lie. I know what I'm talking about. Her mom did not want her at the house because she was letting her cats use the restroom everywhere and not taking care of them. So her mom kicked her out, and that's where she ended up, was with us. And my parents were nice enough to take her in because she had nowhere to go. And then she wants to talk shit when she left, excuse my language, about my apartment, about my dad, about things my dad did and all this stuff. She wants to talk all this crap after she was freeloading off of us. She freeloads off of people. She attaches herself to the next guy so she can have a place to live. That's the only reason why she's with these men, is for a place to live. She's not with men, she's with boys. And you want to know why? Because no man would ever leave a girl in a motel room and not pay for rent while going to round one. That's not a man, that's a boy. Because you can't even provide, you can't even take care of her. He had to ask his uncle to help pay for that room. And he left her there with the dog, Princess, with all of her belongings, where she proceeded to then take advantage and steal my cell phone while my brother was nice enough to help her pack her stuff up and move it. This girl literally takes advantage of things. She doesn't tell people the whole truth, because if she did, then ask her why whenever she was going live, she would go live in the dark. I go live because I already state the reasons, safety reasons, and plus when I go live, you wouldn't be able to see me. I 100% tell you why sometimes I'm live in the dark, but she's live in the dark in her room because she doesn't want people to see how disgusting her room looks. And then she wants to say, my parents need to clean up after me because it's their house. No, you are grown. She is 3 years younger than me, talking about how her parents need to clean up after her. That is so weird. And yes, when there was a photo out there of a picture of my room, that was after we were raided and they threw everything over to look for weapons. My room was not trashed like that. Actually, the SWAT team trashed it. And I got mad because I don't know if it was my mom or my dad. Someone took a picture and put it out there, and I said, "You shouldn't have done that," because I guess because I think it was my mom, because she wanted to show people we was raided, and I said, "You didn't need to do that because now look, they're saying, oh look, their house was trashed like that." That was the day after we were raided, or days after we were raided, because we had to wait to go back to our house because of the tear gas. My brother wanted to clear out, which tear gas doesn't clear out. They didn't do anything about that either. And he was like, we're trying to clean up. And my mom got fed up and said, no, I want to go home. I'm tired of being here at the shelter. So he came, he picked us up. I remember that truck he had, the one that she smashed his window in. Anyways, he came, he picked us up. I think it was my mom had to ride in the back. I don't know. I cannot ride in the back of a truck because I'm terrified. I'm sorry. My mom rode in the back of the trucks a lot. Me, I would literally be screaming the whole way. I'm sorry. My mom, that may have been, people might say, this, but no. Anyways, we get there and that's what happened. We couldn't clean up when we got there because when I got there, I had ordered food and then ate, and then I was tired. I wanted to just crawl into bed. And it sucked because my bed was trashed. All my stuff was thrown over. There was no need for that. They made a hole in one of the doors. I don't know if it was mine or my brother's door, but they made a hole in it. And I was like, there was no need for that. There was no weapons. There was nothing. It was just unnecessary for them to do all that unnecessary damage. And that's what bothered me, is it's like my mom has her ways. She takes her pictures and she has to prove things to people, defend herself. And I'm like, look, you don't have to do that. It's not worth it to these people because now look, now they think you live like that. And really, it was a raid. We just got back from the shelter. What do people expect us to do? I'm exhausted. I have my worries with my dad not taking his medication. Just having these thoughts, being harassed online didn't help. The door didn't lock, it was broken open. That was very unsafe. And people just literally take advantage of situations and make fun of them. But in reality, this is what I was living with. And the fact that I had to live with that girl. Oh, and she didn't even take showers at my house. She went to her house to take showers, supposedly. So I don't know if she even took showers or not. But she would leave to her house to take showers. She wouldn't take showers at my place. Then she wants to talk to Space Kitten about how I stink and I don't take showers, which was a lie because I took a bath right before we went to the concert that day when she's talking about me smelling, which was a lie because obviously it's the Backstreet Boys concert, so I'm going to get ready to go. And then is talking major crap about me. This girl literally is a violent person. That's why I will not going to happen. Just stay away from that because I'm not trying to duck and dodge bullets. I'm not. Like, you don't care about your safety, but I care about mine. You may want to be riding or flying down the highway at 80 miles per hour scared for your life, but not me. Because clearly, you put yourself in these positions to make people feel sorry for you. And then you want to act like it's everyone else's fault. She's the one that's going around threatening people, trying to act like she's scared. And I'm not saying positions like that's not what I'm saying with men, but my brother would always have to go make sure she's safe. And I'm not saying like she put herself in those positions. I'm saying other positions where she's chasing people with cars. Literally, she posted on TikTok that she chased this guy down that my brother sold the Mustang to, which was green. That they posted a video of them chasing him down for a Mustang that wasn't even hers because she got mad and tried to say that that was her Mustang when it wasn't. She didn't pay for that. It was a legal deal. That's why the guy bought it for my brother. My brother doesn't do stuff like that. Thank you for the gift points. It's so crazy that you're talking about pew-pewing people and putting holes in them. And literally, that's what she does, guys. That's literally what she does. And that's all I'm going to say about that. You want to come hang out with her in real life? You're going to have the ride of your life. I'm telling you that. And then before you leave, she would have already accused you of owing her money. I'm just telling you, you don't know this girl in real life. I know her in real life because of what social media perceives, right? Because you think because what she's telling you is true is not true. And I just don't want to bring up this girl because she hasn't, I don't know if she's been talking because I saw that comment about the hotel thing and I know she probably said that and that's not true. How does someone break into your hotel that you let in? Was probably helping you also pay your room, right? My brother wasn't dangerous when he was giving you a place to live. My brother never threatened her. She's the one who threatened him with a pokey. I can't even say that on TikTok. I heard her on the phone threaten to go over to my brother's work, which he worked at the airport, and because she was mad at him that day for something. And here we are sleeping in the car in the Mustang. It was a red Mustang. He had two actually. That's when he had the red Mustang and the green Mustang. And the red Mustang didn't run. And we were sleeping an area by the airport because that's where he went to work, so he would get ready and go to work. And this girl is literally screaming at him, threatening him. And so he called animal control on her pets because that's what he did. And he felt bad. And I said, why would you feel bad? If you saw her hit and kick those animals, then of course call animal control. Why are you feeling bad? You're just making sure the pets are safe. It's just crazy. People keep defending her. First of all, people brought up my brother and says, do I talk about anything positive? Is it because that you're mad that I'm telling the truth about her? Is that why? I was just talking about eating Oreos earlier, but I guess, I don't know. Look at the dogs. It's always talk positive, but when people are saying stuff to me and being negative in my comments, oh, that's okay. They always love to bring up this stuff. What does that guy's DV have anything to do with that whole situation with my brother? Nobody said I defended him, so why even mention that? You just want an excuse to mention that. You just use these instances, these incidences to use it as an excuse to bully and harass people. That's all it is. You don't care about anything. You just want to use it to bully and harass people, and that's on that. Because It's always call out predators until it's someone that is your favorite. I said what I said. Did everyone just forget about Jared Leto? Did everyone just forget about Johnny Depp? I could list all these people that you guys literally support. Johnny Depp was 26 dating a 17-year-old Winona Ryder. Cool. I'm jealous because Jared Leto was literally messaging underage girls in DMs. Look this stuff up. It's out there. That's very... I was younger, so I would not put kids in danger. I don't know why people keep thinking that I'm a predator. You can believe what you want. I'm not gonna keep trying to defend myself on that, considering that's disgusting, but when it's your fave, see, you're defending them and making an excuse. That has nothing to do with jealousy. Yes, I am positive, actually. I just had to mention it because I'm tired of people lying. What does that guy have anything to do with my brother? That's insane, crazy work. It is really hot out here. I'm turning 32. I want to have a cake made. There's a lot of stuff I want to do because the Michael Jackson movie is coming out this month on the 24th, and I need to have money for that so I could go see it. Buy a house with what money? Nobody can afford to buy a house or can afford anything. I don't got that kind of money. I don't got money to buy a house. Oh, because when I spent $2 on something or when I spend $1 or whatever it is, people are like, you could have bought a house with that $1. I would be surprised if I could buy a house for $1. But anyways, like, yeah. I may be a bum because I can't afford. It's because I'm paying bills. If I wasn't paying bills, then I wouldn't be a bum. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Imagine calling someone a bum for paying bills. At least I'm broke because I pay bills. What's your excuse? But this is the truth. You said I barely make enough to pay 2 bills. So you literally laughing at 2 bills when I just said I make enough to keep paying the 2 bills. So I don't even make more than that. I'm looking over there because there's a grass field and there's dogs. It's not $1 bills actually. Why aren't I inside? Because I've already answered that. I can't go live where I'm at, so I had to go live somewhere else. My nose itch. And plus, I don't put sunscreen on. I should. Because skin cancer, but my nose feels sometimes. No, that's Oreos. I just ate Oreos. That's not good. That's Oreos. Nobody is listening. No one said Oreos are healthy, and actually Oreos are vegan. It doesn't have no dairy in it, is what I mean. Not like vegan healthy, but it has no dairy. Or no animal products. You know how vegans don't eat anything animal, so. No, I'm just exhausted. I needed to get out because I'm gonna just go back to sleep. It's really windy today, but it's good because it's hot out here. This guy told me that my shoes were baller. He's like, those shoes are baller. And I was like, it's funny. It was the red everyone likes those red shoes that I had, the platform ones. And I need to find out where I know someone found them and they had the crosses on them. I didn't have the crosses on mine when I got them. Someone took them off. And actually, those shoes were altered because somebody used the safety pin. I don't know if they were wearing them for a while because the chain is connected with a safety pin. And someone gave those to me because they were like, that's not my style. Would you want them? Because I was hoping, I was like, I hope they don't really want them. And what was funny is that she was like, that's not my style. She's like, do you want these? And I was like, yes. So I took them. They gave them to me. So they didn't have the crosses on them when I got them. So they were donated. No, I didn't buy those red platforms on Temu. I was given those. Someone gave me those. She was given them, and then she's like, they're not my style. I was like, so everyone loves those shoes. It's literally not connected to the speaker. Funny is someone's like took that from the donation boxes, from the shelter. If I got donations on clothes, it's because I needed it. All my clothes were lost in the car. I had nothing when I went to the shelter except whatever clothes that my aunt and uncle took me to get at the thrift store. Be so for real when you say stuff like that. Like, that literally annoys me. If I don't need the donation, literally, whatever clothes I got, the shoes I did not get from a donation, said they were donated from someone who also gave me a pair of earrings as well. Why are you people so negative and so nasty for? If it wasn't for my aunt and uncle, luckily I would have had no clothes. The only thing I had was paper pants because they took my pants. They said anything that has blood on it, we have to take it. Luckily, they didn't take my shirt. Clothes that I bought from Walmart, the brand new clothes, the clothes that I got from shelters because I didn't have no clothes, things that I bought with my personal money is gone. Shirts that I got, my Outcast shirt, my shoes that I got at Walmart gone. All of my stuff is gone. Are we gonna be so for real and be serious? I lost a lot of my stuff. My computer is gone. I don't have a computer. I need a computer for work things, and I can barely afford that. It's just so disgusting how people really are. Like, my lord, why are you so concerned about what people get? It's none of your business. Play this one. Why am I paying for a storage? Because it has my brother's stuff in it. Because we have autograph stuff in it. Because all of my brother's sentimental stuff is in there. That's why I'm paying for storage. Because all my clothes are buried way at the back. Which I can't even get to them. Because they're way at the back. Why are you asking stupid questions that I've already answered? It has my brother's stuff in it. His CD collections. His stuff is in there. Why are you asking someone why are they hanging on to their dead siblings' belongings? Why wouldn't anyone hang on to their dead siblings' anything? Why wouldn't I hang on to my mother's dead son stuff? Obvious reasons, because it's sentimental. Why are you literally questioning why I'm paying for a storage? It's none of your business. I'm just paying for a storage. Yes, I'm paying for storage. I couldn't get to my clothes. I had no clothes. My brother buried everything. He just threw everything in storage. And he got more stuff, and then when we had to leave these places, it's further back. So I'm not climbing over mountains of stuff just to get my clothes that I couldn't even get. If I clean my storage, how are we gonna clean the storage? Someone asked that question. If you saw the storage, there is no cleaning the storage. You have to move it like that too. If you just clean the storage, oh my lord. If I just clean the storage, I could reach my clothes. That would be great, except it would take days just to even get to my stuff. My brother could not drive us there for us to clean the storage because he has to go to work. He never got a day off of work. When he worked at Jimmy John's, they called him every day, the whole week, because he had to go in because either someone was out or they needed him. He would have to go in on his days off. He never got a day off of work. I also said that too. They took advantage of him. And I think I lost my Hannah Montana CD. I'm gonna have to find it again. Or unless he put it in storage. I hope so. I found this Hannah Montana CD, right? And it had and my brother, he wanted it. And I said, no. I said, I found it, it's mine. And then he said, I'll pay you $20 for it. And I was like, okay. So he bought it off of me, and I was like, okay. It's not that easy. I can't do all of it myself, and my mom can't do it either because, I'm gonna have to move it like that. That's not the point. I don't need my clothes now because the place that I'm at, I can't have a lot of stuff. Like, right now, getting to my clothes is not a necessity. Right now, we need to get the housing going. Like, I need to do all these things. I'm trying to save for a car. I just gotta, my mom, you get a place, I have to drive around. Like, going bus anywhere is gonna be difficult. We need transportation. There's like so going on. Like, why do, literally, and where I'm at, I don't have time to go for like 3 hours to barely get anything cleaned. Like, it's not possible. Where I'm at, I have so much that I have to do that it's not even possible. I have a few hours in between to do things, but that's it. There was a song. Oh, I know a song I'm gonna play because I see it right there. Ooh, well, I'll type it in. It's in for only 3 hours a day. They're not hurting. No, I'm not playing songs in the park. I'm going live when I have the time to go live, so I can at least collect the money to pay my storage. Because I have the money to pay my storage, but I still gotta collect money to pay my phone bill on top of that, too. Didn't I not say that I have to go live? Why are you telling me what I need to do? Maybe you should worry about what you need to do. Instead of worrying about me cleaning my storage, you should get another job. That way you don't have to worry. I'm not mad. I'm far from mad. Look at my hair. I don't even know it's windy. It blew everywhere. Ears are not attached to my neck, but okay. You did something? You didn't do nothing. I can't even see if your ears are attached to your neck because you have no profile. You probably have no neck talking about someone's neck. It's always the people with no profile pictures that have pictures of me literally hiding their face. Like, come on, show your face. You know why you won't. Release. Phibz is a creator that went viral, I guess, for some things, and then recently got exposed for being a predator. And the only reason why people are saying anything, some people, is because they don't care at the fact that she's exposed for being a predator. They just want to bully her. Because, like, someone said this too, and this is why I said this. Someone said in the video that when it comes to your faves, it's okay when they're predators, but when it's someone that's not conventionally attractive, then you want to use that as an excuse to bully someone. But you really don't care about predators when you're defending people that are whole predators. Especially when they're attractive. They get away with it. That's the excuse. And that's what someone said. And that was in a video. If someone's conventionally attractive, they get away with so much stuff. But when it's someone that's not conventionally attractive, they get bullied and harassed. And I'm not saying they shouldn't. And well, no, they shouldn't. Here's my thought process, right? If someone's a predator, then why are you in the comment sections of their videos? You're technically supporting them. Whether you're commenting negative comments or not, why are you on their page giving them engagement? Just block them. Point blank, period. I don't go support someone like that. You don't see me constantly harassing and bullying James Charles. I block him because why am I going to give him any views? Why am I going to go see his page? Why am I going to go like with his content if I really don't like him like that? You really don't believe half of the stuff that people said about me? Because if you did, you wouldn't be here. You would have just blocked me. You keep trying to tell me like I'm supposed to agree. I know who I am. I know what I am in real life, and I'm not that. And I control who I am as a person. My therapist told me I control. It doesn't matter what people say online. It matters what I know, right? You could say that all you want, right? You could say, oh, she was in group chats. You could spread this stupid stuff and try to like seem like whatever it is. I've never been interested in minors. And the crazy thing is like went online and admitted to being in love with someone that was underage, but everyone's still in her comment section supporting her. Everyone is still there like putting positive comments. There's no negative comments anymore, and supporting her when she actually went online and made a whole video about a minor talking about this and that. You know, the crazy thing about Musically is that grown adults on Musically were duetting kids, right? Because that was the thing on Musically, and people are saying that, oh, I was wrong for doing that when I wasn't doing anything inappropriate. And the crazy thing about it is like, how about you go after the other adults that were like stars on Musically and tell them something? See, it's always because it's someone that's not conventionally attractive, you try to make these excuses. That is so disgusting to try to like put whatever in my mouth or try to like, you want to make up in your head. It's just always a reason for people to bring up kids and then not think it's weird. Like the live stream is never about kids, but then people bring it up, right? You're always finding some way to talk about children. No, I don't have to be quiet because you know why I'm telling the truth. That's why when someone tells the truth, that's why you tell them to be quiet. How about you, STFU? Because it's my live. I can talk about what I want because it's my live. So, how do I defend predators when I block them? That makes no sense. I'm defending predators, but I block them. That's the difference between me and you. You go into the comment sections and bully and harass them. I block them. James Charles is not in my follows. He's blocked. Jeffree Star is blocked. And Jeffree Star wants to talk about predators when he has a whole tattoo of John Benet Ramsey. That's not cool. I didn't even know about that until I saw a video and I looked it up, and sure enough, you have a whole tattoo of a child that was unalived, possibly by her parents. Lies, look it up. He has a John Benet Ramsey tattoo. He doesn't have only one, he has 2 tattoos. And he has a tattoo of Sharon Tate. Hello? Do you know, like, a lot of these emo people fantasize about these unalivings. Why do you think Weber was hanging around with a whole unaliver? His friend was an unaliver. Look it up. He's literally friends with a whole cannibal. There's literally this guy that has a whole cannibal book about eating people. It's literally on TikTok. Yeah, some people are like that. Not all emo people, but some emo people are into that. Jeffree Star was a whole scene. Hello? You remember his eras, right? When he was writing music. He was hanging around Davi Vanity. What's not clicking, Steven? He was literally hanging around Davi Vanity. I just saw this video a couple days ago where they said he had a John Ramsey tattoo, and I was like, no, I need to see this for myself because they things, but they didn't show the proof. I looked it up. Sure enough, he's in a magazine where they're showcasing some of his tattoos, and two of the tattoos they showcased, one of them was John Ramsey. I was like, we all know who Sharon Tate is. She was the actress that got unalived by the Manson family. Thank you for the gift points. And husband. Like, could you get a tattoo of these people and like they were unalived? Like, I understand paying homage, but it's a little weird. Like, weird. And considering the fact that he has a whole tattoo of a child on his body that was unalived, isn't anyone gonna say anything? No, they're just gonna still support him because he was being real, because he was giving real and honest reviews, and you look up to someone like that, and it's horrible. Is one thing that I saw, this Gus Withers. I don't know if you've ever seen this guy. He's a guy that has blonde hair. He talks about his story times go viral because they're crazy or whatever. He was twerking at a church with a crucifix behind him and people were calling him out. So I'm like, oh, when it comes to religion, that's when you decide to care, but not when he was racist, not when he was out here fetishizing black men and trying to be a black man himself, not when he was using a black scent did you care. Oh, now that he is literally disrespecting religion, twerking at an altar, and disrespecting your religion, now you want to care? Oh, but you didn't care when he was being racist and fetishizing black men. Oh, now it's too far when it comes to religion. Now you want to say something. And then watch, they're going to try to say, oh, look, he was fetishizing black men. He was using a black sin and call him out for that. But you wasn't calling him out before. Now you're just calling him out because you're mad about your religion, which no one should be disrespecting religion. I'm not saying that. But, like, it's so weird. Like, now you want to care. Like, everyone's hypocrites. No one is without something, right? Like, there's this whole group of social justice warriors. Just briefly gonna talk about them for a second, right? This whole group of social justice warriors that turned around and did the same thing that they were calling people out for. They started being fat phobic. They started doxing people. They started doing the very same things that they were calling out for. One of them, him, was a social justice warrior that was on Aunt Karen's court, like, to hold me accountable, and then some stuff came out about him. Go figures. A lot of these people got exposed and literally called out while they were on Aunt Karen's court, literally just like trying to hold me accountable, and then some stuff comes out about them. It's not surprising. Nobody is without something. Everyone's a hypocrite. If we're really gonna get into it, if we're really gonna be honest, right? You don't care about fat phobia until it's someone who you like, and then defending fat phobia is so weird. It is very weird to me because they act like fat phobia is not happening even though it still is, because everyone in Samira's comment sections are so weird. It's crazy how everyone wants to say they care about racism until it comes to me. And someone in the comment section was talking about how people bully locals and whatever and whatnot. And someone said, the amount of racism towards Tophia is crazy. And I'm like, exactly, but no one wants to talk about that because they really don't care. As long as it's someone that they're blatantly defending, they really don't care, right? And you come to people's aids, they defend people. They try to be Captain Sava. Social justice warriors. They really don't care about the stuff they're trying to call someone out for. They literally call people out for racism while actively being racist. They call people out while ignoring the fat phobia in my comment sections. Someone who literally has said stuff to me and made videos called out the fat phobia herself and literally said that it's not okay to be fat phobic in the comment sections. Nobody really cares about the social issues that they talk about, because if you cared about the issues that you're literally trying to hold someone accountable for, then you would be calling out people in the comment sections. Using the poor excuse of, oh, we don't know who they are because they're fake accounts. Well, then you know exactly who they are and you know how to find out who they are. You just use that excuse. If people can find someone through fake accounts and expose them for being weird and creepy, so can you. You just want them to keep their job. You just want them to have a life. So I guess you can be racist and live comfortably, because that's crazy to me. Here I am getting attacked and harassed and doxxed and everything else while everyone else gets away with stuff. It's so crazy, right? Do you know that German people are white people? Or are you just going to ignore that? German is not a race. If you're born in Germany, that makes you German. That's your nationality. Someone help these people. German people are white people. Why do you think? I'm not even. You had to be white with blonde hair and blue eyes. That was the reason for the Holocaust. Someone help the uneducated. The Holocaust was not towards people who you had to be white with blonde hair and blue eyes. Someone help them. They're lost. Yes, it was towards Jewish people, but not only Jewish people were in the concentration camps. There was also black people, there was also gay people, and there was also disabled people. Do your research. There was mostly Jews, but in these concentration camps, some of them were black people, gay people, and disabled people. What do you think? Why do you think it was the Aryan race? Aryan race is literally white. If you were not white with blonde hair and blue eyes, you did not matter. Stop trying to minimize something and say, oh, well, you said all German people. Man, if you don't know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to go seek some help. Nationality is where you are born. If you're born in Mexico, that makes you Mexican. If you're born in Germany, that makes you German. That is not your race. Thank you. German people are white. Isn't that the whole premise for what Hitler did? Hitler was just repeating what the KKK did to people of color. If you were not blonde hair and blue eyes, you did not matter. And you were white with blonde hair and blue eyes. I don't know why I have to keep repeating that. If it's not clicking for you, Steven, it's not going to click for you. That is not a myth. It is literally history. It's in the history books. How is that a myth? I literally learned that in school. That's where I watched The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. How is that a myth? I learned that in school. That's where I got The Boy in the Striped Pajamas from. Because we watched that movie in school. We literally learned about the Holocaust. What are you even talking about? Like, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to argue with people. You can argue with yourself. Fight with yourself. Fight the air for all I care. You're arguing about German being a race when if you're born in Germany, that makes you German. That's your nationality, not your race. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. Everything is political. What do you mean politics is not my forte? Everything has to be political. If you're not talking about politics and you're sitting here like some of these celebrities and being like, if you're sitting here and literally saying that nothing's about politics, then you're weird. Everything has to be political. Look at the climate we're living in. Look at the gas prices going up. Look at how nobody can afford to live. I'm literally watching someone that I follow having kidney failure, liver failure, or whatever it is, while trying to survive and renting a car, which they can barely rent, to Uber and to DoorDash because they can't afford to live while working a work from home job and then missing out on making money because they're in the hospital all the time and having to make a GoFundMe. This is the world we live in while you tell someone to go get a job so they can struggle while having a job. This literally makes no sense to me. You guys really don't care, because if you cared about having a minimum wage and working for not a living wage, then you would be doing more, but you're concerned about someone who is doing nothing instead of fighting the systems that is harming people. You're not even calling out the government, nor do you care enough to. It is so weird to me. You've got people in the government spending $900 million on or lobster from Japan, buying expensive stuff from Japan more than you do about like things. It's crazy. And you know what's also a crazy thing? It's literally talking about someone posting AI while actively making AI photos of them. That's crazy. Imagine saying like, oh, you post AI. I shared this guy who made a video of him with a cat, and it looked like, well, it didn't look like him and the cat had the same eyes, and I didn't look closely to see if it was AI. I just shared it. And so I was like, oh my God, you shared AI stuff. Like, a lot of us literally talk about AI while sharing AI, and it doesn't make sense. You guys literally took down the Fruit Love Island AI, but what about the other AI that you don't actively report to take down? When it comes to that, all of a sudden you want to work to take that down, but you didn't work to take down the other AI. Like, it's AI powered, especially on this live. It has that like thing which I can't take off, which gives you like a summary of what the live is about. Like, it signed me up for this Gemini AI thing for Google that I never even clicked on to sign up for. And now our phones are all being run off of AI. But you want to talk, like, AI is killing our environment, right? Because, you know, some people are like, AI is good. Like, see all the money people make off of AI? And they don't even put hard work into it. All you have to do is enter some prompts, like some text in a box, and make videos and make money off of that. People are literally making money off of AI. They literally, like, the whole AI artist that's making money, making AI music, and everyone's just like, okay, you're gonna complain about AI and then you're making AI of me. That's the same AI technology that is being used to take the clothes off of children, which is disgusting. They're using that AI technology to literally put prompts into the system and literally remove the clothes of children. And you're using that same technology to make AI photos of me in lingerie, to be disgusting, and to literally make AI photos of me naked. That is so gross. Like, literally photoshopped me on someone else's body, and this guy was disgusted by it. And I literally said, that is me, because he was grossed out by it. And I'm like, I don't consent to that. Like, my pictures and plastering me on someone else's naked body is disgusting. If I did that to someone else, you would have an issue with it. You would be saying how wrong it is, but because it's me, it's okay. Like, I'm not comfortable with that. There's nothing funny about that. Like, that's gross. That's disgusting. If I did that to someone else, people would have an issue. I don't date AI bots. Because why? And here's the thing. And the reason why I brought that up is because you want to talk about predators while using an app that is allowing people to remove the clothes off of children. That's why I brought it up. Stop using that app then. All of a sudden, it's wrong to bring that up because you don't want to be held accountable. You brought up children, so now the live stream is about children. It's not trying to be inappropriate. Use your common sense. The reason I mentioned that is because how are you going to sit here and talk about predators and call people out and say, oh, your brother was a predator, your brother was this, when you literally are on websites that allow people to do that? Some of you are still probably playing Roblox. Hello? Calling people hypocrites when you can't even stand by some of the stuff you say. You do one thing, you say another. It's so frustrating. You don't really stand by anything you call out because you're doing it as well too. It doesn't make sense. And then you say, well, you're a hypocrite because, well, you were just talking about this guy and then you're listening to Chris Brown. And what about you? Why does everything have to be this perfect person? I have to be this person that I get it enough in my real life that I have to be someone that portrays someone. Well, I'm not portraying someone that I'm not. That I have to live up to this expectation everyone wants because I'm being expected to be like someone else. I'm being tired of told that we need to act like a certain person. We all don't need to be like one person. I'm tired of that. We need to be ourselves instead of being told that we're not living up to the way that this person is living up to. I'm tired of being compared to people and I'm sick of it. I'm myself. I am not anybody else, and I'm tired of having to be this perfect person who doesn't have flaws, who doesn't make mistakes. We all make mistakes. And I'm not talking about the predator aspect because I'm not a predator. Because if you're a predator, there's no mistake in that. And I'm sorry. I love religion, but to sit here and say that in religion that they forgive predators is very disgusting. It's disgusting. Sitting here saying that we're supposed to forgive them, they hurt a child. I'm sick and tired of hearing disgusting things while claiming you're Christians, and it's weird. I'm tired of it. It's disgusting. I didn't defend one, so goodbye. Where did I defend one? I didn't defend nobody. I didn't defend one, so that's crazy. Are you saying my brother? Oh, because she showed you fake photos. The same person who was going around calling my brother's friends predators. Everyone's a predator. To her, that is so weird, considering she's the one that got fired from APS for touching students. Weird, but why is it everyone that she doesn't like is somehow a predator? My brother was working. He worked at Jimmy John's. We were in the car with my brother all day. We stopped going to the library because we got sick. I was with my brother the whole time. When did he have time to talk to a 15-year-old? Makes no sense. I know who he was talking to because he was talking to his friends. He was making plans. We were going to car meets on the weekends. They were telling him, hey, come to this car meet. He was literally going to his friend's house and playing games. What are we literally talking about? If you're trying to say my brother, I lived with my brother. We were living in the car. I was around my brother. You're just judging someone because someone told you something online and you don't like it. You don't like me, so you're going to agree. When are we going to stop? He did not get arrested. He tried to make it seem like he got arrested for that. He got arrested for a traffic violation because he was speeding. You could look up this stuff. It's records. You could look up why he was arrested. It had nothing to do with the fact that he was even having contact with any minors. Let's not lie. Oh, it's always look up people's records until you want to look it up to prove that someone's not something. Oh, now all of a sudden you don't want to go do the research. You're too lazy. You don't want to pick up your 2 fingers and research. Oh, now all of a sudden you don't want to. Oh, now you're going to bring up the thing on the JD card. I'm living in a car. Where am I supposed to go live? Right? I already said this. His friends wrote that on the car. He said his friend wrote that in Sharpie. We went to the car wash to go wash that off the car and it wouldn't come off. So he said, I'm going to have to figure out something to take it off. Do you know what could take it off? I didn't know of anything because if we would have took that off, it would have took off the spray paint. He was trying to take that off without taking the spray paint off. He had literally said that because I told him, I don't agree with that in the car. And I said, if someone sees that, we're going to get in trouble. And he was like, well, I didn't do that. He said, my friend did. My friend came out because I visited him at work. And he thought it would be funny to put that. And I'm like, well, that's not funny at all because now we can't take that off the car. And yes, I did have a discussion with him because I knew people was going to say something. So we went to the car wash and he said, can you help me get that off? And I said, yeah. I said, but I don't know because I said, we're going to need something else. And he wanted to try to take it off without taking off the paint because the car was painted with spray paint. That's why he said he couldn't wash the car as much because the more he washed the car, it would have probably took the paint off. He wanted to find some way to preserve the paint. So he was going to go somewhere he was going to get everyone to sign the car first and then he was going to go have it preserved. So that way everything stayed on the car. But he didn't have the money yet. So anytime we went to go wash the car, we went through a car wash. It is rough on the car and it'll literally damage and then it'll scrape off the spray paint because it's spray paint. And it was not like, they didn't put any varnish or anything on it to protect the spray paint. So if car continuously got washed, eventually the spray paint will come off. So, you know what? When people paint, they use varnishers or whatever it is to protect it from getting damaged. The thing is that his car would have gotten ruined. Spray paint would have came off and he was trying to keep the spray paint on, obviously. And he wanted to remove that and it didn't come off. And I said, well, it didn't come off. We're going to have to figure something out. So I was trying to find something that would take it off without taking off the spray paint. So my nose is peeling and itchy. Touch your nose if you're lying. Whatever. No, because my nose is peeling and it's itchy. Type if you're a predator, right? I could do that to you. You want to do reverse psychology? Type if you're a predator. You are one, so you typed. You see how that works? That is dumb. I just can't. And some people are like, it's just jokes. I'm not here to laugh. The world is crumbling and you want me to laugh? What is so funny and I never understand is people causing trauma to someone and then telling them, laugh. They make jokes and laugh. There is something that happened to me, some that happened to me personally that I can't really talk about. Someone did. And I was literally genuinely, it wasn't really traumatizing. It was, well, I shouldn't have to be concerned or scared, but I was. And then they cracked some joke and they were laugh. Let's all laugh. I'm making these jokes. No, here I am. My mind is not in the right place. My mental was messed with. You want to crack these jokes and say, laugh. Let's all laugh. I'm not going to join you in laughing when you're like, these things are setting me back. I'm going to counseling only to be set back and have my mental mess with, and you're telling me I'm supposed to just laugh. That doesn't make any sense. It was something that recently happened, and my mental health was like, I'm really struggling with that. And I guess something happened, and apparently this person started cracking jokes to lighten the mood, and they were like, lighten up, let's laugh. It doesn't have to be that serious, but it was serious earlier. It was very serious. What do you mean it's not that serious? That's so crazy to be like, oh, it's not that serious. And then you were all serious earlier, and it was horrible. I'm not even gonna go into it. It was just like a horrible. And then you expect me to just laugh. I can't laugh. Not when it's like, that's not funny. You know what I mean? Where's everything? I have PTSD. When you're, and this is not towards any program, all right? If someone's living situation not safe, especially at the other shelters that I'm at, telling me you gotta get out and go, and then telling me they're supposed to dump me under the bridge, what do you expect? Considering the fact that I just went through a violent crime and I'm told that I'm supposed to go be dumped under a bridge for something I didn't even do. That is making someone not feel safe and have safe living. Their safety is being messed with. I'm not going to sit here and be laughing at some jokes. I really am not. I'm trying not to say anything because the fact is I'm trying to keep my living. People want to pry into things and get me to say things so they can say, oh, look, you're talking about the place that you're living at. I just can't. And to say everything is traumatizing, of course it is. I shouldn't have to be fearing for whether or not I'm going to be homeless under a bridge because someone wants to crack jokes. I can't laugh. I'm not laughing. I would love to. My hair is brushed. It's just windy. My nose is super itchy. Why do I want a car? So my mom can get around because she can't get around by bus because she has a walker. What does PTSD have anything to do with a car? Of course I'm going to be worried about having a car. Duh, I'm always gonna have PTSD. Just because situation of what happened in the car, I have to put that aside to make sure that my mom has transportation to get around because it is going to be very hot and my mom has asthma and I need transportation to get around even though I'm still afraid. I literally had that thought process because the whole thing of that young 19-year-old boy that literally got brake checked at the light because of road rage and was put at, I can't say that word, that's why I say pew pew, literally makes me think that it could, or made me thankful that it wasn't me. I could have been in that situation, and when I saw a truck slow down, I get scared. We have almost been hit by cars and been in accidents. I'm scared. I'm literally worried that I'm going to get carjacked or it's going to happen again. Yes, I have that thought process, but I have to do what's best for me and my mom, and I have to try to get over that. Even though I'm never going to get over that. PTSD is always going to be with me. But to literally tell me, well, then why are you going to get a car Why else? Getting around by bus is already a hassle as it is. 30 minutes each bus. My mom cannot get around like that. How is she going to enjoy life when she can barely move with a walker? If I have a car, it'll make it easier for us to go places. We can go, if we wanted to go to the park, we can come to the park and enjoy the park. We can go out to eat at restaurants. She said, I have a lot of restaurants for you to try for your videos. She's really been supportive. I don't know why people just literally say, it's like victim shaming. And it's like telling people they don't have PTSD. Oh, you only have PTSD at certain parts. You're only traumatized at certain things. When it comes to having a car, you don't turn off and on when you're traumatized. You don't turn off and on when you have your PTSD, when you have nightmares and you can't sleep. That's not how that works. I don't choose when I have attacks. I don't choose when my anxiety acts up because I'm terrified. I don't get to choose that. Oh, I'm depressed and I just decided today I'm going to be depressed. That's not how it works. When you have depression, it never goes away. You don't turn on and off your depression. It's not like, well, I'm going to stop having depression because people said I don't have depression. They said, just stop being depressed. That'll work. No, I'm not co-hosting with anyone. That's just not how it works. Or I'm not at Montgomery Park. So, that's a cool spider. No, I haven't been to Disneyland. I'm not scared. I'm just looking at the spider. I went driving. I've already went driving. I've been driving recently. And I'm going to keep going driving. And I have to read the driving test. It's a convertible Corvette. That's a nice convertible Corvette. My nose is super itchy. I'm gonna go home and figure out what I'm going to make to eat. I'm illegally driving? How am I illegally driving when I'm driving with someone that has a driver's license? I don't have a car to drive, so I'm not driving on the road. I drive with someone that has a driver's license. And I don't have to get a permit because I'm 31. All I have to do is take the driving test. Oh no. I need to stick that back on there because the button is coming off. Whatever. I'm at a park. Who cares? They're always complaining about loud music. I'm not anywhere where the music cannot be loud. I gotta make these videos before I go. I'm gonna have to go soon because I gotta go make something to eat. Well, I hope I have a place by then, and I hope that the place that we get has a pool because I'm gonna be with my music. I'm gonna be swimming all this summer. More swimming. Eczema is unpredictable. I had to be swimming this summer. You know what? That causes accidents. If you're literally watching me, you're about to cause an accident. You could get pulled over for that too. Literally stopping in the middle of the road is dangerous. Just to see if it was really me. That's weird. I don't it just doesn't make sense. But anyways, I want to be swimming all the summer. No, I'm not. Section 8 is literally not in the hood. That literally is a stereotype. There are Section 8 places that have pools. Why am I going to be in the hood? That's literally a stereotype. There are nice apartments on Section 8. I'm going to grab these. Man, they're getting dirty. Look at that. And I need to clean these. So I'm going to go clean them. It is 4:51, which I have to get off soon and make some videos.
Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.